I can't quite believe that 3 years ago, I began my life as a YouTuber with this video, explaining that I had become disillusioned with filmmaking, my major at school, and wanted to become a novelist. The plan back then was to follow the example of John Green, who was just then finishing The Fault in Our Stars.
Good morning, Hank. It's Monday.
The vlog's purpose was to find an audience for a novel I had written while living in Paris and hoped at some point to publish. A couple weeks later, I came up with a name.
Here's my thinking. I'm a nerd fighter and a writer. A nerd fighting writer, a Nerdwriter.
These days, YouTube is like the Wild West of media, and even the ones who've made it can't quite conceive of their profession because whenever they started doing what they're doing, it didn't exist. At least that's been the experience for me. Early on, I knew that what I was doing here as the Nerdwriter was more exciting and fulfilling than any other work in my life, but exactly what it was eluded me. So today, now, 3 years later, I want to update the mission statement of this project. What we do here, besides talk with our hands a lot, is cultivate worldview. I think those two words sum it up nicely. Worldview is, as you know, a particular philosophy of life. It implies the entirety of what we comprehend and believe about the world, about ourselves, about how each interacts with the other. It suggests a commitment, a modest one, to the well-rounded individual, the intellectual life. We at the Nerdwriter are men and women of letters. As Terence said, nothing human is foreign to us. We recognize that life is philosophical, moral, political, financial, psychological, artistic, scientific, and that what is worth knowing is worth weaving into a complex and comprehensive web. That's what goes on here at the Nerdwriter, and it's a process that takes time. I research, write, film, and edit this project by myself in the free time I have after working a full-time day job. But my dream is to do this with you full-time. I've set up an account on patreon.com, and today I'm asking for your help to keep this project going. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a really cool way for fans to become patrons of the content they love. The way it works is like this. When you become a patron of an artist, you're agreeing to give that artist a tip every time they release a piece of content. For the Nerdwriter, what you can expect is 3 to 4 videos a month, maximum 4. So if you pledge $1, say, that means you're going to be spending somewhere between $3 to $4 a month. It's important to note that the Nerdwriter will always be free. You will always be able to access this channel and the videos here without charge. This is just for people who have the ability and the desire to help support this channel. I don't want anyone stretching their budgets if they can't afford it. For those of you who donate $1, you'll get a text mention at the end of all my following videos. For those of you who donate $3, you'll get a personal typewritten poem by me sent to your house. For those of you who donate $5, and this is by far my favorite, you can get a limited edition Nerdwriter mug that matches the mug logo at the beginning of my videos. For other perk ideas, I want to know what you think. They're for you, so I think you should probably have a say in what they are. Give me suggestions in the comments. Here at the Nerdwriter, we think and speak critically, dispassionately, precisely as we can. We try to see the world and ourselves for what they are. We try to think about how we would like them to be and why it is we would like them to be that way, and we think about thinking too. Here, we cultivate worldview, and I've had a fucking good time doing it. So thank you, and coffee on a Tuesday.